Hey, this is your girl, Lady Blur, aka Ebony Chan, aka Lady Moose, and I am here back again with you guys because I got a cool request for one of my subscribers to talk about the Netflix trailer slash web comic book Raising Dion. Okay, now this is supposed to come out in October the 4th of this year. So far, they're talking about doing 2 episodes. And basically, we're going to see where that goes. And we're going to just knock this out. So let me get straight to the topic. You guys know about the Netflix for you blurs and non-blurs who've been following the comic book and who's seen the trailer a while back on YouTube. Uh, Basically, it is based off of a comic book that was supposed to be a web series called Raising Dion, and it's got a lot of good reviews on it. And, a lot of people like the trailer. So the creator decided to do a fan made trailer here, or either get together with some fans and make a trailer, which is cool. But I'm gonna dive in a little bit to the comic book first before I get straight to the Netflix thing. For those who don't know, this did start off as a comic book back in 2005. No, 2015. I'm sorry. There were talks about this comic book back early in 2005, and then the comic book did not come out until 2015. And it was about a single mother raising her child with powers. He's had his powers. For those who didn't follow the comic book, his powers were manifesting for a few years, and she was just trying to figure out a way to to help deal with it, cope with it, because she's doing this by herself. She's raising this child with superpowers by herself, but for some reason, no. In the comic book, it does let you know that the father, is gone, and somehow he's disappeared or he's dead. Basically, he's dead. And there's it's just about her and her son, trying to cope by everyday means. And here's the comic book cover right here. Now you can see that they're being pursued by agents. Now some of the characters they'll be facing, they were facing in the comic book, they had high tech weapons, guns, and even powers themselves. And at some point in time, the mother does try to learn a little bit more and help her son Dion learn his powers, which is right here. This is a couple of scenes. They're together in the backyard, and they're trying to control it and learn how to do it, which is pretty cool. And this she doesn't really tell him how to hide his powers at a certain point at this time, but Netflix, right? You can see some of the. I looked up some of the images here because I do like to do some research when I'm talking about a topic. And you can see the child's eyes glowing. You can see he's able to control matter, liquid or solid, levitate things with his mind. And him and his mother did get together and make a book, which makes no sense to me, about when to use my powers. And I'll get a little bit into this a little bit later on why they made this book. To me, this book made no sense, especially if you got superpowered agents chasing after you, and it might be come to a certain point where they might either try to harm the son or kidnap the son away from the mother. You know, she herself has no form of training, martial arts or gun training, so I don't know how she was going to protect them, protect her son from them. But let's get a little bit more into this. You can see that she most of the times that you see from the fan made trailer, you do see them playing around with the powers, you know, but most of the time she's telling him, no, you can't use your powers, you know, which makes no sense because you never really see white characters holding back in their powers because whoever is mentoring those characters is telling the character, unleash your powers, learn how to use it, so you can protect the ones you love, learn how to use it so you can protect yourself. But this one, it takes a different route when the mother is basically constantly telling him to not use his powers, don't use it. She's telling him to hide his powers, which makes no sense because you have, like I said before, you have agents, and there's some parts in the trailer. If you guys go and watch that, in both trailers, both back in a couple of years ago, I think 2015 or 16, when they had one on YouTube, and then now the Netflix one, you do have people pursuing them because this boy has magic powers. And instead of telling him, hey, I'm going to teach you how to use these powers, I'm going to teach you how to control it, I'm going to teach you a lot of things. First, to use your head so you know when to use it. I'm going to teach you how to use your powers correctly so you can protect yourself when I'm not around. And from the trailer, she doesn't really do any of that. She just, if you watch the first trailer, she's constantly telling him no over and over and over again. And he does try to sneak off and use some of his power sometimes when he thinks she's not looking or she's not around, which to me would be a good indicator for her to actually teach her son, or get another superpowered being to teach her son how to use his power, like maybe a mentor, because there was a mentor in the comic books for her, which was turned white for some reason, but whatever. For this child to have all this power and he can't use it to either protect himself or her, it makes no sense. It's like ass backwards if you ask me, because you never see like examples like X-Men. You never see Charles Xavier telling his X-Men like, "Hey, you got all these powers, but never use them. You can't use them. Don't let nobody see you use them." You know. But when it comes to this black male character right here, or any other black characters, because I have to let you guys know that this indie comic book and this TV series was actually originally came up by an Asian artist and writer, so this isn't coming from one of us. Just so you guys know, this is not coming from a black indie writer. This is coming from somebody else outside. So keep in mind when you guys go out here and support these projects, that know who you're supporting and know what the message is behind the character, because to me this makes no sense for this child to have all this power, and the mother knew about it for a couple of years, but she's not pushing towards training him or protecting him or getting mentors for the child so he can control his powers, because from what I've gathered from the Netflix series and the trailer and the other trailer from years back, this boy is pretty powerful. So if he decides to just lash out one day, everybody around him is gonna be pretty much out of luck. Which is why you teach the kid to use his powers, training him on how to do it and how to control the powers. But there was constantly no, 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 you can't do this, you can't do that. So I don't know how they're gonna tackle it again in this version, the newer version, because from the other ones, the mother is more controlling. The little boy is more timid and scary versus the other boy that was in the original YouTube trailer for the web comic book series, which to me is kind of weird because they always try to make black characters seem cowardly or you know scared, or we can't control ourselves. And this is when somebody else writes our characters. And I always tell people, if you're going to support something and you want a leading character that's going to be strong and firm within themselves, you find a black indie creator. You check out some of their work. If you like it, support it. Just like I'm about to give out this shout out right here because I'm done with the Raising Dion project. Let's talk about John McClane's the Monster of Egypt. Very good comic book here. The artwork is great. This is kind of like your own 007, In fact, you don't even need a 007. This is pretty cool in itself. A pretty cool concept that he came up with. And as you can see, the artwork is amazing. And then you have the main character, Jonathan Fox, a master international thief. He got hired by U.S. intelligence, Richard Farnsworth, to break into a hidden room within the terrorist organization to get something that's very important. I'm not going to give away the whole plot, but he's going on the mission to get something. It may help the world, it may not help the world. We'll see. But he's basically, he's doing his own thing, and the character right here is pretty much off to kick some ass, and he's suave at it. And as you can see, people always, especially blurs, talk about, well, I don't support the comic book because the artwork is good. So I'm going to show you some of the artwork right here. As you can see, this is a page from the comic book here. This is a really good action scene with the main character here taking on some of his foes. You know, he's taking on like two more characters at the same time, and then he manages to escape. And as you can see, the artwork is good, very good, better than some of the stuff that's being put out in the mainstream media right now. And then right here, you can see that these characters are traveling the world. You know, they're not stuck in the hood or one spot or being told what to do by white characters. They're on the move. They've got the mission. They're on the move. They got their down payment, and they're about to put the work in. So I would say instead of having this character, now everybody's talking about him doing this cool thing movie about 007. He needs to be the new 007. Guess who I'm talking about? Idris Elba. Yes, he is a beautiful man to look at. And he would be, to me, I wouldn't want him to be 007 because that's somebody else's character. That'll be just another character, another white character in blackface. I would say let's move away from that and start supporting our own original stories and characters. And I would say the best character for this, the best actor for this character would be Idris Elba. He's already proven himself to be a good actor. They're very suave on screen, kicks ass, and it would be nice to see black intelligent characters traveling the world and getting the job done, so we don't have to keep relying on other people. And then plus for some people, oh well, it's just the title. Okay, that's fine, but in the U.S. you got to think about it. Okay, Europe has their 007, but you got to remember the U.S. made up their own versions. John Wick. Then you have the Mission Impossible, who did that. And Jason, Jason Bourne. So they didn't keep. No, they made up their own formula, so they can have their own version of a kick-ass agent out there, their own version of a U.S. kick-ass agent out there. And I don't see why we can't do the same thing, because people have to understand is nobody's gonna put money behind the media that's gonna make you look good. This is something you're gonna have to do yourself. Find a good indie black creator out there. If you want to see strong positive images of yourselves out there, you're gonna have to put your money where your mouth is and just get out there and start supporting. Because to me, it's insane if you think somebody, a white studio is gonna put their money behind a character that's gonna make them to make this character Idris Elba, a monster of Egypt agent out there. They're not gonna put their money back behind something like this, because they're not gonna want a black character to look better and intelligent and more capable than their own white male characters out there. So why would you expect them to put money behind it? They haven't done it so far. Maybe like a few sprinkles here and there, but I'm talking about a black character out there who has a badass black cast, travels the world, looks good, suave, and has his stuff in order. Who doesn't need somebody need to be somebody's sidekick or a white daddy to tell him what to do all through the story. This is something that he's going to do himself. He's more than capable, intelligent, good looking. You can see the character is wealthy in the comic book, so why can't we do that? No more caricature characters, no more joke characters out there. This is something we can do ourselves, and if we put our money behind it, it can succeed. Just like any other group, we're gonna have to do. Us as black people, gonna have to tell you something here. If you want to get something off the ground and you want it to be successful, and you want to control it, and steer it in the direction so you can have more positive characters out there, you're gonna have to do this yourself. You're gonna have to put your support behind it. You're gonna have to put the money behind it. If you can't do that, then you're just screaming in the wind. And with that said, guys, if you like this video, please sub to the channel, like, share, comment, and you have a good day. Goodbye.